Good day, students, and welcome to today's e-learning session. I am Miss Wendy Francisca Xavier Martins, Associate Professor from St. Xavier's College, Mapsa, Goa. Today's session will be for SY-BSc Botany students. From Semester 3, paper code BOC 103 and having paper title Plant Anatomy and Embryology. Belongs to Unit 4, title Adaptive and Protective System. Module name Adaptation in Xerophyte and module number 30. The outline of today's session is Introduction to Xerophytes and Types of Xerophytes. The learning outcomes. The students will be able to identify xerophytes, identify and understand types of xerophytes. When we look at planet Earth from space, our planet appears blue in color. And it appears blue in color as 3/4 of its surface is made up of water and 1/4 is land. And on this land and in this water, there are different types of plants. Way back in 1909, warming, depending upon the dependence and relation to water, plants have been classified into different categories, like hydrophytes, xerophytes, halophytes, mesophytes, saprophytes, and epiphytes. Plants grow under different environmental conditions. They adapt both anatomically and ecologically to their habitats in order to maintain a balance for their better growth. In today's session, we will be discussing about xerophytes. Now, what are xerophytes? Or what are xerophytic plants? Xerophytes are plants that are seen growing in dry habitats or in areas of physical dryness. They adapt themselves to dry, sandy, or rocky soils. They are seen growing even in areas where poor water supply and content is present, as well as in extreme atmospheric condition. Then how do these plants survive? These plants are able to live as they contain special features that prevent the loss of water. Xerophytes have been classified into 3 different categories, depending upon their strategies of adaptation. They have been classified into drought escapers, drought evaders, and drought-resistant plants. Drought-resistant plants are further divided into succulent and non-succulent plants. The first type that we will be discussing is the drought escapers. Drought escapers are those plants which are normally annuals. They are seen growing in semi-arid regions of the world. These plants are small and they normally have a shallow rooting system. They complete their life cycle in 4 to 6 weeks. And it is in these 4 to 6 weeks that water is available. It is in these 4 to 6 weeks that a seed will germinate, develop into a plant bearing flowers, fruits, and seeds. These seeds will be dispersed, and after they have been dispersed, remain in the soil throughout the dry period. And when favorable condition persists, they will then grow into a new plant. The picture to my right is an example of a drought escaper. The second type are drought evaders. Drought evaders are extremely small plants. These plants are normally deciduous in nature. Deciduous means they will lose their leaves during the unfavorable period. These plants have completely restricted growth. And as these plants lose their leaves, it is seen that the stem performs the function of photosynthesis. These plants require very low water. Hence, it evades the unfavorable period. The third type of plants are the drought endurers. Drought endurers are those plants that are seen that they actually endure the unfavorable climatic condition. As mentioned earlier, this group is further divided into non-succulent and succulent plants. We will discuss about non-succulent plants. The drought endurers, which are non-succulent, are regarded as the true xerophytes. Why? These plants are called as the true xerophytes as they maintain a canopy and positive carbon gain throughout the year. These plants have an extensive root system. They may be either small and shrubby and thorny plants, or they may be woody and a big tree. These woody trees may have thick barks. To my extreme right, you can see a picture, and it is of casuarina. It is in this picture you can also see what is the modification. The leaves are being reduced to small scale-like structures. And all these features help the plant to overcome the extreme shortage of water. The next group is the drought-resistant plants, which are succulent in nature. These plants are thick and fleshy. They have a very shallow rooting system, wherein they can absorb their water from the surface of the soil whenever water is available. The stem here is modified. It is solan-like, and this structure is called as the phylloclad. The stem is often heavily waxed. The leaves on these plants are being reduced to fine spines. Hence, they reduce the rate of transpiration as well as help in the dispersal of heat. These plants, which are thick and fleshy, they store a lot of water in the plant, hence helping the plant to thrive during the unfavorable period. So in this way, we can actually differentiate different types of xerophytes. The following are the references that I have used. You can use these references for your reading. Thank you.